full time.
Okay, what does that mean you started doing ministry? Tell me what that means.
Well, I mean, full time means you give up your career to serve the Lord and to preach the gospel around the world. Full time.
Okay, what does that mean you started doing ministry? Tell me what that means.
Well, I mean,
okay, we go off the record for a second.
Full time means you give up your career to serve the Lord and to preach the gospel around the world.
Continuing with questions.
What does that mean you started doing ministry? Tell me what that means.
Who is Zoya?
Well,
I'm not sure if it's Garcia or Garrica.
Go off the record for a second.
There was someone who worked for the ministry at one time, served the Lord and to preach the gospel around the world. Worked voluntarily for the ministry.
Continuing with questions. Does she still volunteer?
No.
From what time frame did she? I'm not sure if it's Garcia or Garrica.
Go off the record for a second.
11 to the ministry at one time. Served the beginning of this year, or the end of last year.
Okay. Does she still? Did you have a child with her?
No.
From what time frame did she? Did you have a relationship with her that was physical, sexual?
No.
Objection. Relevance.
Okay, that's fine. But you had no physical or sexual relationship with her?
Or the end of last year. What did you say?
I can't hear him because I keep hearing. Do you have a child with her?
Because you keep hearing an objection.
From what time frame did she? But he keeps talking. Did you have a relationship with her that was
Place an objection.
physical?
So he's not saying that.
Objection.
Okay, that's fine. But you had no physical or sexual relationship. Do you pay child support to a Diana Dean or Diana? I can't hear him. Like they're like two different names. Kershane.
Because you keep hearing
If
an
I'm
objection.
pronouncing it right, Courchaine.
Place an objection.
No.
He's not saying that.
Okay, that's fine. Someone by the last name of Dorsey, Giovicco, child support to a Diana Dean or Diana, that person? Like they're like two different names. Kershane. And who is that?
Because you keep hearing
If
an
I'm
objection.
pronouncing it right, Courchaine. What time frame was this? Someone by the last name of Dorsey, Giovicco, child support to a Diana Dean or Diana, that person? Like they're like two different names. Kershane. And who is that?
2003.
Okay, did she buy you any Mercedes?
Objection.
Someone by
Relevance.
the last name of Dorsey. Did she buy you? You can still answer. Did you buy it? Did she buy you?
Go ahead and answer.
Do you have a child with her?
No.
Have you ever had a physical or sexual relationship with her?
Objection.
Okay, that's fine.
What is the objection? Relevance.
I can tell you later. Did you buy it? No, it's not.
Go ahead and answer.
Do you have a child with her? Have you ever had a physical or sexual relationship with Debbie Fraser?
Objection.
Can I answer?
What is the
Of course not.
objection? Relevance.
I can tell you later. No, it's not. Do you have a child with her? Have you ever had a physical or sexual relationship with Debbie Fraser?
Objection.
Do you refer to seeing Jesus face
Can
to
I
face?
answer? Of course not.
Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, and what does that mean?
Same objection.
What do I do?
Yeah.
I'd love to answer that one. Well, I mean, he appeared to me in a dream like he's done people in the Bible, and he changed my life.
And when was that?
When I was 17 years old.
Okay. And has he appeared since?
Yes.
And when would that be?
Oh, I can't tell you. It's just been different years, times.
Can you give me an approximation of how many times you've seen Jesus face to face?
It's just been, what, do I need to answer that?
Same objection.
Yeah.
You can still answer.
What do I need to? Or
Yeah.
just,
Answer.
well, it's just been more than once or twice, 3 times. It's been multiple times.
Okay, just as an approximation. If you said this started when you were 17,
Yeah, I just rather not answer by numbers because I don't know, actually.
you don't know how many times you've seen Jesus.
I can't
You don't keep
put an
track?
exact count.
Did you write a book about this?
Yes.
Okay, and did you say in the book that you had seen him 1,000 times?
No, I actually said I've seen him over 1,000 times
Over
in
a
a 20-year period.
Okay,
So
so
I don't
when you were
have a
saying
count.
once or twice, it's really more like over 1,000 times?
In the book, yes.
You said
I've
that in the book?
Okay, but is that true?
It is true.
Your position is you have seen Jesus face to face over 1,000 times.
Yes.
Okay, what does it mean to see him face to face? That's a term you use, isn't it?
Yes.
Same objection.
Okay. What does that mean to you?
Well, I mean, like you and I are seeing each other face to face right now. It's an appearance. The Bible calls it an appearance.
So he physically appeared to you? You have to answer out loud.
Yes.
So you said when you were 17 he appeared in a dream.
Yes.
You were asleep?
Yes.
Okay, so are you counting that as a face-to-face appearance?
Yes. That's what the Bible calls it.
Well, but you referred to you and I sitting here and that was face-to-face. So I'm kind of confused by your answer if you mean while sleeping you may have had a dream about Jesus, or if actually you're saying that like you and I are here, you've seen him face-to-face.
Well, the Bible records he does it in both ways.
No,
in
I'm
the
asking
dream.
you.
That's
your
what I'm telling
experience.
you. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm just asking your experience.
I'm telling you, I will not give you an answer if you cut me off. Now, I'm telling you that he's appeared to me in a dream. The Bible is clear that he can do it in a dream, or like he did to Paul, physically on the road to Damascus, and I've had both.
Okay. How many times did you say it was in a dream?
Many times.
Many times in a dream?
Yeah. Should I answer?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a standing objection to relevance.
You don't. I take it you're going to object to everything, so I just note that. You don't have to.
No, I'm objecting to relevance of prejudice on this line of questioning.
Right.
All right, so the face-to-face where you have physically had Jesus appear to you, not in a dreamlike state,
Right.
but physically,
Right.
when was the last time that happened?
Same objection.
Should I?
Yes. That's to your ability.
I think that the last physical time was in 2011 or 2010, where I was fasting and praying in the church.
And where was that?
Oh, it was in a church.
Right, where is that?
Up north.
Up
In
north?
Port Huron.
In what church?
A church called New Covenant.
And who was there with you?
No one was there.
You
I was
by
there
yourself?
by myself. Yes.
And what time of day or evening was it?
It was more toward the evening.
And you were in a church by yourself?
Yes.
Were you giving crusades or anything there?
No.
Why were you there?
Just praying and fasting.
How did you end up in Port Huron?
Well, I have relationships up there with churches, and that church is very close in our organization.
So explain to me what happened on that occasion.
Same objection.
Do I need to?
Over the objection, you have to answer the question to the best of your ability.
Okay. Well, he just appeared to me like he did Paul on the road to Damascus and told me what he wanted me to do.
So he physically appeared to you like your attorney sitting across from you, a physical embodiment of Jesus.
Yes.
That's what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, and you are liking yourself like to Paul the Apostle?
Not liking myself. No, I just saying those experiences happen.
But you keep representing or referencing.
I'm trying to give you a reference point so you can understand what I'm saying.
Tell me what specifically in the Bible refers to Jesus appearing face to face in a dream.
Paul had night visions. Although he saw the Lord physically, he also talked about how the Lord appeared to him at night in a dream in Acts. Solomon had an appearance from the Lord.
Can you give me a site for it, like where in the Bible, not just the story, but exactly where it is?
Yeah, Solomon in 1 Kings 3 and 5 had a dream appearance from the Lord. Well, that wasn't Jesus, that was God. Came to him in a dream and appeared to him and asked him what he told him to ask what he wanted, and he asked for wisdom, which is a very known story. And that was in a dream, and he awoke and he became the wisest man in the world from an appearance in a dream.
Okay, any other sites you can give me about dreamlike states that are
Abraham.
he's visited in?
Abraham.
There was a dream?
Yeah, he appeared to Abraham in a dream.
Objection to relevance. What, is this a test?
I mean, this is,
I know your objection.
no, but I mean, I'm going to state objection too. This is,
That's
you
fine.
are asking about a man's personal faith.
Yes.
You know, and his personal religion in a case that is started out as a parenting time issue and suspension of parenting time. To me, this is an abusive process.
And
Okay.
It's
he's not
clearly
a
an
party.
abusive process. It's designed to utilize for an improper purpose a deposition. And if there's ever, you know, a case of where somebody is crossing the line, and
Objecting.
I'm objecting, and I'm stating it on the record.
Long objection.
Do you have an appearance in this file?
They're not.
Okay,
I referenced what I was in the beginning.
I understand that.
All right,
But
so
you're not a
back to
party
the,
and you don't have an
let's be
appearance.
productive.
Asking you're making, like you asked, you're making an objection.
Let's
Your
be
attendance
productive.
here is a courtesy.
It's not,
Thank you, gentlemen.
You're not permitted on the record.
Well,
Thank you.
I want to use the time productively, and that was a pretty long-winded objection that went on beyond an objection. So let's go back. This, so you're saying Abraham saw Jesus face to face, but it was a dream.
He saw, he had a visitation from God in a dream, and
Not
he
Jesus.
saw Jesus face to face in the physical.
Okay, and what is the biblical site for that?
It's in Genesis. I can't give you the exact chapter, but it's it was the chapter right before Sodom and Gomorrah.
Is your ministry biblically based?
Yeah, of course. I'm quoting scriptures, showing you.
Not
what it is.
exactly.
I am.
Those
You
are
just
quotes.
don't know the scriptures. If you knew the scriptures, you would know what I'm saying is in the Bible is true. You don't know them.
You don't know what I know.
You couldn't. You would tell
You
me
don't
where they
know
are.
what I know.
You
It's
couldn't.
not for me to testify, it's for
Okay,
you.
it's fine.
How many times would you say in the last year, in the year 2011, did you only see him the one time in up north, Port Huron?
same objection.
Do I need to?
Asked and answered. He said the last time he saw him was in 2010 in Port Huron at New Covenant Church in Port Huron while he was fasting and praying.
That
was the last
foundational
physical
question.
appearance.
So that's the last time you saw him. What was the time before that you saw him?
Same objection. Relevance.
Same objection.
Do I need to
Gentlemen,
ask?
it's just interrupting. I understand you're going to object
Do I
to
need to
every
ask?
single thing I ask, so let's just keep the flow going because we
Because
want
the
to get out of
probative
here.
value is substantially outweighed by the prejudicial effect.
That's fine. I get it, you're going to object to everything for every reason you can think of. Let's just keep this
No,
going.
we haven't been objecting until
When,
now.
no, there's a standing objection, which is fine.
I have a standing objection.
Right. So, when did you see Jesus face to face before the Port Huron place?
For 2010, 207.
And where was that?
What do you mean? What's
Where did you see Jesus?
or your city or?
Right.
I was asleep in a dream again.
So there was a dream, and where were you sleeping?
In St. Louis.
At your, okay. And what was that experience like?
Well, he just basically appeared to me to share with me something that he wanted me to say
I know.
to somebody.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what you said.
He basically appeared to me to share what he wanted me to say to somebody.
Oh, okay, can you tell me what that is?
It's private. It's priestly.
Yeah, I'm going to
It's not priestly when you have a dream. That's
It
not,
is
there's no,
priestly.
there's
You don't
no
know the-
privilege on that.
You don't know the word.
There's a privilege on priests being required and compelled to testify about
Exactly.
what they say to parishioners.
In a
Exactly.
dream?
No, he said,
I asked what he said in a dream.
this is real. I'm going to reinforce
I
my
can't
objection.
say
I mean,
that.
this-
That's fine.
Glad there's a
proprietary.
record.
It's not proprietary.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. I'm asking you what Jesus said to you in the dream.
I can't tell you. It's for a person that
You don't have
it's
to tell me.
private.
You don't have to name the person or name by a
No,
first name and no other
it's
name.
private. It's under,
Private between who?
under oath. I'm a priest, so I can't do
You're a
that.
priest?
Yes.
Okay, let's get
Objection, he's claiming the privilege.
There is a privilege.
his term of calling himself a priest.
Well, are you
What are you
referring to a
objecting to?
Catholic
Clergy.
priest? Because I'm not referring
What
to
are you
Catholic.
referring
He's
to?
not a Catholic priest, but he's a clergy.
The Bible says we're
He's
kings
objecting
and
to
I
the
priests.
cannot
privilege.
get everything. I
I don't
can't.
blame you.
He's a minister.
Well, let's go back to the culinary school. What educational endeavors did you have after the culinary school?
Say that again.
What other educational endeavors have you had since culinary school, which I think you said was in 99 through 92? Where else did you go to school?
Nowhere. I've just been full-time.
So you have not had any theological training at all?
Oh, I have.
Okay, so did you go to
But
school somewhere?
Not to a university for that. I sat under other pastors and leaders.
Did you go to any certified
No,
school,
no,
seminary,
no,
theological institution?
no.
So you have no credentials that are
Right.
recognized.
Oh, I have credentials that are recognized.
Let me finish. No credentials that are recognized that say you're a priest, which is what you said you were.
Not a Catholic priest.
I didn't
Not-
say Catholic, and neither did you. You said you referred to yourself as a priest.
Well, that's what the Bible called ministers of the New Testament. We're a priest. You couldn't. You know that because you don't read the Bible. You don't understand. Or don't understand
Can
it.
you please have your...
We'll proceed with questions and answers.
Okay.
So you have no certificate saying that you're a minister?
Yes.
What certificate?
I was licensed in my teenage years in the Baptist church and also in the Church of God in Christ. So I do have license and also have a doctorate of divinity given to me by Life University, which is a very prestigious theological seminary.
A doctorate of... Hold on, let me see. A doctorate of divinity by
Life
Life.
University.
And where is Life University?
It's in Texas.
And did you attend that school?
No.
So
I got
is
an
it
honorary.
honorary? Okay.
Yeah, from my years of experience.
All right. So you never attended Life University.
No.
Okay. And you can't tell me any other theological institution, seminary, or the like that you've received a degree from?
Neither can Peter or the other apostles. But anyway, no.
What?
No.
Neither did what?
Neither can Peter or the other apostles. They didn't
Oh.
go to theological school either. But,
But
I'm just saying.
we're talking about those back when Christ was...
Yes, because
Oh.
Paul went, so there was theological schools back then, but Christ didn't necessarily take his apostles through that kind of
When did you start calling
process.
yourself the apostle?
Oh, I don't think it's the apostle. I don't say the apostle
Mm-hmm.
like you're trying to make it sound. It's just an office like a pastor.
It's an
or
office?
evangelist, like a pastor, evangelist. Do you read the Bible? I mean,
Do you want to correct him on
I'm
his
asking.
interrogation of me?
You know what? People often ask me, Rich, why do you do this? You want to know one of the reasons why I got involved in this? Dead serious. There were so many different reasons. And somebody asked me, Rich, why do you do this?
Oh, I don't think it's the apostle. I don't say the apostle
Mm-hmm.
like you're trying to make it sound. It's just an office like a pastor.
It's an
or
office?
evangelist, like a pastor, evangelist. Do you read the Bible? I mean,
Right here. This guy's getting in a fucking legal deposition. He's all, do you read the Bible? Maybe you should shut the fuck up and answer the fucking question, asswipe.
Do you want to correct him on
I'm
his
asking.
interrogation?
I'm asking. You don't get to fucking ask questions, fucking Walrus Vaughn shits himself. The best thing for you to do, David, is sit there and just shit your fucking pants. Okay? That's it. That's the best thing for you to do. Just shut the fuck up. And you couldn't even do that, David. You couldn't even do that. David, that's why we're all here together. Yeah, what an arrogant fucking asshole, right? Do you read the Bible? Why don't you shut the fuck up and answer the questions, David?
Because, I mean, you can't understand me if you don't have any point of
Joseph
reference.
Bush
So you're saying that there is an office that's referred to as the or as
Have you ever
an
heard of a
apostle?
pastor? Are you familiar with pastor? Because an apostle is a pastor. I'm trying to answer
Could you
your question.
please?
Just proceed with questions
Okay.
and answers.
Watch, he's gonna get fucking lit right here. He's gonna get real pissed. He's gonna get real fucking pissed right here. Oh yeah, and by the way, y'all, David ain't gonna get a fucking pardon. P. Diddy didn't get a fucking pardon. Michael Jackson didn't get a fucking pardon. This is a last ditch effort. This is David going fucking fishing. He's throwing a fucking line out, seeing what he can fucking catch. He's like, maybe President Trump will listen to my shit-stained pads. He's all, the one thing that me and President Trump have in common is we both have shit-stained underwear, okay? Because, you know, Trump doesn't wipe his ass, and he's all, I wear maxi pads, so both of us have shit stain in our underwears, okay? That's the one thing that me and Trump have in common. Maybe I could share my pads with Donald Trump. Yeah, she knew exactly how to get under his skin. And y'all, we're going to look into how pardons work. This asshole isn't getting a fucking pardon. You typically, what you have to do, you have to admit to the crime. Okay, you have to admit to the crime. Even if it was legal, illegal, you're guilty or not guilty, you still have to admit to it. And you typically have to serve time. Michael Jackson in a pardon. Well, when Jackson when he was going through his trial for all the allegations and stuff, and he was looking at time, like people were already starting a petition to have him pardoned, right, by the president. But when you get a pardon in America, you typically have to admit the crime that you're guilty, and then you can be pardoned. You can't get pardoned if you haven't committed a crime or admitted to a crime. How are they going to fucking pardon you, right? So David, the world where Vaughn shits himself, he will have to admit to a crime before the fucking president will pardon him. And he's asking for KOGGC, Taylor, Brennan, and the church. It's not the prosecution of the church, not the persecution. David's all, I'll show you some mystery meat. He's all mystery meat. He's all, that's what I call my neighbor, mystery meat, because he comes in late at night and gives me the mystery meat. Hey man, please smash that like. Let me know you're here. There's how many people are in here? There's 57 people here. Are just fucking shitheads just watching? Yeah, sure. Sir Shits-a-lot is on the throne again. And it's funny. David really thought, like, by putting, I gave $10,000 to David, you should have put that money like back to the fucking community instead of you're not. Why the fuck is a church giving money to a fucking and that much? 10 grand towards your campaign, and has honored you from his pulpit by what, shitting his fucking pants. That's how David honors Trump, by shitting his pants. He's like, hey, Trump shits his pants too. Okay, I guess I will too. I know now it's pastor, right? On shits himself. Well, Paula White. Well, yeah, he pardoned Paula White because she's polishing his fucking knob. Why wouldn't he? David's all, maybe if I polish Trump's knob, I'll get a pardon too. Oh, man. Sorry, I shouldn't be talking like that. No, this is just, okay. This is change.org, okay? It's not even a pardon request. It's not even a fucking pardon request. This is just David being a whiny little bitch. That's all. It's just a petition on change.org. David's crying. This is all he has. A lady just wrote a book about Paula White and her lies. It doesn't surprise me. Yeah, Paula White's that the only reason I think Paula's in the position is she in because she fucked her way to the top. Sorry. She did. That's what I think. That's why she's in the position she's in, is because she knew to use how to use her fucking her prowess. Paula White is a fucking twig, man. She's a fucking roach. You look at her. When you turn the light on, she probably scurries away because she's so fucking scared of the light. Yeah, it's a fucking petition, Kim. Yeah, we're gonna petition that, you know, Apostle Taylor gets out of. Oh no, look, they put Apostle. Look, they put Apostle Taylor. And it is. It's fucking funny, man. This is laughable at best. It is. Yeah, it's a petition. David, can I get a pardon, Donald Trump? David, you have to admit to the crime first, okay? He said, well, I'm not going to do that. Well, you don't get a pardon then. Talk about David not wanting to be in jail, and all he's fucking whining and bitching about is fucking all the time, all the shit that David talked about being in jail. Now that he's there, he's like, I want out. I'm too fucking scared. These guys are mean to me. These guys are bullies in here. They're not very nice. Oh, he's going stir crazy in that cell. Hell yeah, Leanne. Yeah, this is Psych 101. He's going stir fucking crazy. Absolutely, I would be. I'd be going stir crazy too. Fuck, sitting in a cell like that with all you got is your head, dude. That's how you know if you got your shit on lockdown. Yeah, we're live. Yeah, we're live, Sonia. Yeah, why can't David miracle his way out of the fucking cell, right? Oh, look, we're praying for President Trump. Fucking simples, man. Fucking simpletons. This is part of the gimmick right here. This is part of the gimmick for these prosperity pimps, like, to support a party, so it's like they gain favor and followers. It's fucked up. Hey, Lavelle, what's up? Yeah, a narcissist with no one to gaslight is one unhappy camper. Yeah, that's true. But David prays doggy style. I know the main reason he really wants out is to get a cheeseburger and I really need a cheeseburger and fries, man. He's on this prison food, man. Causing me a lot of malnutrition. I've never been this malnourished in my life. Yeah, Dave, exactly. David's all, I'm a shadow mover and I can walk through walls. Dave, why don't you just walk out of the fucking prison then, Mr. Tough Guy? Right, guys? Right? Why didn't David just walk through the fucking walls, bro? Mr. Shadow Mover, Mr. fucking X-Men fucking Prime and shit, right? He's like, hey, I can walk through walls. Also, I'm a shadow mover. I can play with fire, and also I can move mountains. I'm an earth mover. Okay? So yeah, if any cult member out there is thinking David is gonna get a pardon from the president, I swear to God he won't. And you know, I was talking to Cliff about this today. I always have good conversations with Cliff, man. We have so much fun talking on the phone, man. And we were talking about that. He's got nobody to gaslight anymore. Hey, non-work, welcome, man. Welcome. Oh yeah, the phone line's always open too. 314-492-3356. Hey, just real quick. If you're gonna call or text, do it at the hours of business hours, like say 8 to 5, you know, and maybe like, I'm okay 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. Yeah. Anything past that's kind of pushing it. But I've had some issues with the same person, and just let me get this out real quick. Hey, I appreciate you, non-work. If you're going to call, all right, keep it at proper hours. Don't fucking call me at like 12, 1 o'clock in the fucking morning, okay? If you don't know your time zones, look them up on the internet, because that will tell you where your time zones are. Because there's one individual, and I don't know who the fuck it is, because they keep calling from unlisted or blocked number, all right? It's really fucking pissing me off, and it's a woman. It's an older lady saying that Catherine Crick and another fucking cult member from David's cult are the same fucking person, all right? And I'm calling you out if you're watching. Don't fucking call me ever again at that fucking time, all right? I'm not even interested in what you're saying, okay? Because you're fucking insane. I'm telling you that now, all right? To say that Catherine Crick and Shell Lee from David's Cult are the same person, you're out of your fucking mind, okay, lady? I'm going to tell you that now. And you're even fucking crazier for calling me that goddamn late. So, the phone line is for people to call in if they have stories to tell, but don't fucking call me at 2 or 3 in the morning. I already sleep light. It doesn't take much to wake me up. So, just don't fucking call that late. Please. Thank you. All right, back to David's fucking bullshit petition. There is no way. Okay. Let's see. All right. In order to get a presidential pardon, you've first been convicted of a federal offense or of an offense in the District of Columbia. The president cannot pardon state convictions. Instead, only your governor can pardon state convictions. Let's take a peek here. Let's take a peek here. All right, U.S. Department of Justice. Here we go. All right. All right. Let's take a peek here. Granting pardons. Let's see here. Damn, this guy got pardoned right here. 3 years supervised release, convicted. Damn, fucking murder. Conspiracy against rights. Oh, this is dope. Check this out. These are all the people who've been pardoned. Look at all their crimes. Name and warrant. Oh, shit. Let's take the post piece around here. Damn, he's just pardoning motherfuckers left and right. Yeet, yeet. Trump's just had them out. Trump's just handing out fucking pardons, man. And these are some serious crimes. Money laundering conspiracy. Dude, these are some serious shit, yo. Murder in the second degree conspiracy. Dude, what the fuck? Oh, hey, what up, Wes? Bro, hey, how you doing, man? David's cult did a petition for him to be pardoned. Conspiracy access to clinic entrance, aiding and abetting, conspiracy to interfere in the clinic access, conspiracy against rights, conspiracy against rights, conspiracy to obstruct rights. The fuck is this FACE Act? Oh, shit. Okay. U.S. law that prohibits the use of force, threats, or physical obstruction to prevent individuals from obtaining reproductive health services. So Donald Trump's commuting all these. Oh, of course he did. Makes sense. Okay. Wire fraud under color of official right, 8 counts. Conspiracy attempt. 168 months in prison. Fuck, dude. And these, you guys, these are all pardons. These are all pardons. Oh my God. These are all fucking pardons. Conspiracy to commit securities fraud. Damn, 1 year and 1 day's imprisonment. $43 million restitution. Hey, David Archer. Hey, way to go. You got a fucking pardon. Dude, this will never even see Trump's fucking desk, okay? You guys, did he get pardoned? Did fucking Michael Jackson get pardoned? No. Fuck no. Fuck no, he's not gonna get pardoned. There's no way. There's no way. No. That'd be a slap in the fucking face to the feds, man. Be a big fucking slap in the face to the feds that did all the work. No, fuck no. He thinks he is. He thinks he is because he gave 10 grand to Trump's fucking, to his bullshit, to his campaign. So, oh, well, you know, I gave $10,000 over to Trump, so that makes me, I'm on the in with those guys. I'm on the in. I gave 10 grand up, okay? But no, I'll take my channel down if Trump gets, if fucking he gets pardoned. I swear to God I will. Take my fucking channel down. Be like, fuck that. Fuck that piece of shit. I hope his lawyers are watching too. David's lawyers, if you're watching, take me to court, please. I want you to take me. I really do. I really do. I hope you guys are watching this, man. I fucking want you to put me up on the stand. It'll be your worst fucking mistake of your life ever. It'll be your worst fucking mistake. Yeah, these pardons already have happened. March 25th, that's a pardon. 6 pardons on March 27th. Secret Bank Secrecy Act. So there's some fraud right here. Look, 2 years probation. Arthur Hayes, like this is fraud shit right here. SEC fraud, 3 commutations, 2 pardons, 2 pardons. $90 days, 6 commutations. Yeah. Nah, fuck Dave, dude. David getting a pardon is about as... It won't happen. It won't happen. There's no way. It's just, you guys, you know what this really says when you think about it? Like, really take a step back at David, right?
Okay.
And
This is how we know this sack of shit, right? This is how we know him. He goes in the deposition thinking he's fucking smarter than everybody. We picked up a trail, followed it. We found out what the fuck he was doing. And now it's everybody else's fault that he's in trouble. If all slow eyes don't get lucky and get it. This is how we all know David. And the reason why they're doing this now, you guys, is because they don't have anything. Exactly. That's like me winning the lottery tomorrow. David getting a pardon is like me winning the lottery tomorrow. It's not going to fucking happen. But maybe I'll go buy a lottery ticket tomorrow now. Maybe I'll go test my luck. I'll go buy a $20 fucking scratch off. And that's right. He does, Leanne. And that's something me and Cliff, a lot of the survivors talk about. If you guys are watching, big shout out to you guys, man. Cliff, all the other survivors, you know who you are. If you're watching, big fucking shout out to you guys for your bravery. Thank you for sharing the stories offline. You guys, there's so much shit we don't know yet about this. One of mine is 1,000 IQ sloth thinks he's smarter. It won't surprise me if full slow I don't get lucky and get it. Yep. No, it wasn't David's money. It was his donors. Absolutely right, Observation Station. It wasn't David's money. It was his donors. And this deposition is what put him on the map with the federal authorities and the IRS and all those investigative authorities. This fucking deposition put him on the map. And yes, Rick did pay the $96,000. Okay, that's true. He paid 96 to boost it. However, fuck he did, I don't know. But it was basically on everybody's fucking algorithm. Okay. Yeah. It was pretty much on everybody's fucking algorithm, I think. I don't think what kind of algorithm you had on your channel. It was there. That's how I found it. Exactly, Leanne. He's no longer in control of himself, right? He doesn't even have control of himself. He now has prison guards telling him what to do, where to go, when to eat, when to sleep, what time to wake up. His life is very military style now, but like with shitty food. Yeah, 666. It wouldn't surprise me in this shitty fucking regime we have. Yeah, no, I'm with you. I'm with you too, Eli. It's like it wouldn't be surprised if he did, but they know that he's screwed. The lawyers are starting to get the prosecution evidence, and they're like, "Uh-oh, we got a real problem here, Mr. Taylor." Starting to uncover evidence that isn't looking so good in your favor. You did all this? Oh yeah. Let me just go ahead and read this text exchange I had with one of these survivors today. Because I was asking questions. I was asking questions about at what point did David start recognizing us as a threat to him? Okay. I asked why, like, what was it that brought David to the attention? And what was it about me that he hated so much? They said the reason why he hates you so much is because you're exposing the truth about him. He's been so good for hiding for years, but boom, when you come on the scene, you exposed everything. And because he can't control you, that makes him even hate you all the more. When did he first figure out who I was? He's mad that we figured him out. At a meeting David held with all of us some time ago regarding you. He said you were like a thorn in his side every time he turns around. You were coming up with something. Or that we were lying on him. He's so upset that he could not control you or your mind. Right? And then this person goes on to tell me, they're like, don't be offended by this, like, but hang on, where's it at? They're telling me like you're the only white person he couldn't fuck off. Pretty much. That's exactly what they said. They're like, don't be offended. It's like, no, none taken. No offense taken, man. I take that as kind of like a compliment, like, for real. It was great. It was great. Let me see if I can find it here. Everybody else kissing his ass. That's what they're saying. Everybody else was kissing his ass and you weren't. There it is. You were the only, please don't be offended with this statement. And I'll never get offended by statements like this, man. I have a fucking thick skin. You were the only white person that didn't fall for his crap, and you went head to head without bowing out. Hey, what's up, baby wins? Everybody else was kissing his ass while we were out there kicking his ass. We told him, don't fucking come to Texas. It's like, David, you're going to walk into the fucking lion's den, like literally? Like David should have just walked up to my fucking front door and said, hey, Rich, I'm here. Can we go into your fucking studio and have an interview? He would have been better off doing that. Yeah, I think pardoning is a fucking stupid concept, especially for some prick like this. He's like, yeah, I'm Mr. fucking Big Boss. I think pardoning is an insane fucking concept. I do too. You did the crime, you do the fucking time, man. Don't get fucking pardoned. Get fucking pardoned. Bullshit. Bullshit. You do the crime, you do the time. Like everybody else. What, because he's a fucking pastor, he feels, oh, I shouldn't have to do the time. Fuck that. Fuck that. You should have to do more time because you are in a position of power. Want to play around. But yeah, we warned him. We warned him. And these sources that are coming out, they're like, there's shit that we can't say yet. Yeah. And that's the thing. David's innocent. David's innocent in all this, everybody, okay? Remember that. Remember that. David, it's not David's fault in any of this. His lawyers have clearly said that. Your Honor, he clearly thinks he's done nothing wrong, and he can't wait to prove himself during trial. He's going to take this to trial. He'll take this to trial just to be a shit about it. Just to sit there in the fucking bench so he can shit his pants. He doesn't deserve a pardon. No. This is a dangerous man. And that I was talking to one of the survivors about it today, and I was like, you know what? I was like, dude, we brought our, like, you guys, us, everybody, We brought down a really dangerous fucking cult, you guys. We did. We all did it. We brought down a really dangerous fucking cult with no violence. There was not a shot fucking fired, you guys. There was not a shot fucking fired. That's the thing about this. People died in David's cult, but that was because they weren't getting proper health care, right? But there was no violence. There was no violence that came out of this. The feds didn't have to shoot. Nobody got fucking injured in the process. There were people that were sick, okay? Lavelle, that's what I think too, bro. Lavelle, what if the lawyer's like, fuck yeah, we'll bring him to the stand. Fuck, more money. More time, more money. More money. But yeah, we told David to stop. We're like, dude, stop, David. It's not gonna go well. We have seen people with worse crimes, but because of the regime, they got one anyway. Yeah. Yep. In Europe, there is also pardoning, but it's used left often. Yeah. He's really probably Michael Steven. I figured that would be David's first challenge in getting into prison is cleaning his own ass. And here's the thing, like I was in the military, man. Like I had to shower with guys, all right? You learn about like, hey, fucking you do what you gotta do. You get clean, get the fuck in, get out, wash your ass, get the fuck out, all right? But for David, check this out. David's always had privacy whenever he wanted. And now he doesn't. He's literally got a shit in front of people now. I've never had to do that. Like when we had piss tests and stuff, yeah, different. Like we would have to piss in front of people. That would just make sure like you weren't doing anything, right? But with David, he doesn't understand like what type of trouble he's in. He doesn't. But I always find this the most comforting at the end of the day is that David's eating shitty food. He has to shit in front of people and he has nobody to fucking boss around anymore. I know, I feel sorry for the officer who had him squad cough. Dude. Oh, he looks so silly. He still looks silly. I'm sure in jail he's not looking any better. Yeah, exactly. You get in, you shit, shower, shave, get the fuck out, man. Wash your ass, you fucking shower, wash your hair if you had hair, right? I'll fucking GI shower, man. I'll shower in 2 fucking minutes, man. I'll be in and out. I'll have the shampoo on before the shower's even on. But yeah, David has to shower, shit, eat. He has to change everything in front of men now. But yeah, David, hit that like too, man. There's 80 people in here and the phone line's open too. 314-492-3356. You want to call in, you got a story to share, by all means call in. Just don't call me past fucking 9 o'clock, all right? That's really going to piss me off. And exactly, he was oh so sure confident in the depot, right? But now that he's out and he's fucking whining like a little bitch, he's all, I want a pardon from President Trump. Hey, what up, Bobby? Hey, man. What's up, bro? David's probably the only one gaining weight on a prison diet. Lawyers are professional liars. Yeah, I don't trust lawyers for shit. Yeah, I trust these federal prosecutors, but I don't trust the fucking lawyers because they're already trying to discredit witnesses. No, I'm sure they don't, Chickpea. Yeah, bunkmates don't put up with a stinky ass in prison, David. Nah. Yep. So they're basically saying it's unjust and unconstitutional. So did David. David got a fake Obama award too. Hey, literally, right? Alchemist, like, may David's deeds be full of shit, right? Just shitty, horrible. Oh yeah, they're asking for. They did a change.org petition. They want to get a petition going to apparently send up to Congress to have David pardoned, but he has to admit to the crimes first. I know. David probably wears his fucking bed sheet for his underwear. Dude, you're so horrible. Yep, they'll shower for you, David. They'll make your ass shower, dude. Because in prison, they don't want no stinky ass and people getting sick. Oh man, I could just only imagine the insecurity coming out of David in prison. Oh my God, like fuck. Oh man. Oh man. Exactly. I'm sure they're probably telling him like, don't take this stand. But he's like, nope, I'm taking the stand. They're like, okay, fuck, whatever you want to do, go ahead, fucking do it. Do it. I think it'll get up to some signatures, dude, but they're probably paying for it. But he won't. But he won't get a pardon, you guys. No, they probably shouted him like from Shawshank Redemption when he got there. They just fucking hosed him down with a fire hose, and then fucking threw some delousing powder on him. Like, all right, grab your clothes and Bible. David's all, what's a Bible? No, they probably hosed his ass down like fucking Shawshank Redemption. Hey, Uncle Jake. Oh man. No, they don't do that anymore. That's like cruel and unusual shit. They don't do that. No. But he definitely would have got like a health inspection for sure. They would have checked his health and fucking checked for high blood pressure for sure. They would have made sure he's like got decent health, and then be like, okay, if you have any health conditions, you have to put in for it. What's Michelle up to? Violating her bond. No, I know, anti-religious 666. You know, that's just what I picture with David, though. I'm sorry. That's the way my mind works. I see David getting fucking like logged in like Shawshank Redemption. Yeah. No, they covered David in bacon. They covered David in powdered sugar. Oh, he's for sure type 2. Yeah. What do you think a pardon is going to do if the FBI would... Nothing. They're not going to pardon him. You guys, they're not. All right, let's just be real clear about that. David is not getting a pardon. As all his cult members think, oh, this will get him a pardon. No, it won't. You're wasting your time. Hey, Chickpea. Hey, me too. Because you know what? If David takes the stand like fuckboy Tellis does, dumbest idea he could ever do. David taking the stand in all of this, you guys. Let's just have a rap about him on the fucking back burner. That would be honestly the dumbest thing for David to ever do is take the fucking stand. Yeah, you do. When you go to prison, you get a full health workup, blood pressure, all that. Yeah, if you lie, you'd be so fucked. So yeah, it's not happening, TTYL. Yeah, they do a full workup on you in prison because they're going to take care of you. That's David. Hey, once again, you're getting taken care of by the fucking taxpayer, you asshole. Oh my God. Like, think about this. David's been scamming the taxpayer for fucking decades. Now he's going to go into the prison system and he's still getting taken care of by the government. David's going to get free healthcare now. It's not going to be the top-notch healthcare. It's going to be like, okay, you got your fucking insulin, you got your high cholesterol medication, you got your Lipitor, you got your metformin, you got your insulin. What else do you need, David? You need your shit for your fucking HDL too, or what? For E785, David? Do you need your medicine for your E785? He's all, yes, I do, Rich. Yeah, David, wake up and smell yourself. No pardon for you, man. Oh, yeah. You know, I think he was already, like, honestly, one of the biggest health trends I see in coding, CKD, diabetes, obesity, HDL, hyperglycemia. That goes along with heart issues, ischemic heart, heart conditions, heart attacks, heart failures. Yeah. His ego won't let him not take the stand. Exactly. And you know what? Among the ashes, at bare minimum, Alchemist, okay, 30 years. Okay, 30 years. That's what I'm saying. 30 years, dude. 30 years. And you know what? Among the ashes, Me and Alchemist were actually talking about this on the phone earlier. Yeah. About 30 years minimum scamming, bro. And it's about publicity for him. I legit thinks he wants to make this as big of a media trial as he can. This is why I think that. He wants to be the one that was persecuted by everybody and then gets released like the fucking great apostles did. Like, I was highly persecuted and look, now I'm in jail. Fuck that. That's what I think. He wants to play this out. I think David has this whole thing played out in his fucking head. And he thinks that's exactly how it's gonna end. I really do. I think he's got this whole trial planned out in his head, and he thinks it's gonna end a certain way. Yes, he did. He hired a big boy law firm to represent him. Nope. He's paying about $3. He's got 2 lawyers now. He's got 2 lawyers. Absolutely, he thinks he can get released, and he won't. He won't. And for some of you guys that are new to the channel, let me go ahead and bring up the most recent court filing. And he's blaming me and Rick Frazier. I just love digging back on this because it's fucking laughable. It's fucking laughable at best, man. Like, for David, the fact that Dookie Deacon had to come out and blame everybody but himself. Oh, wait, that's the wrong one. Oh, that's the wrong petition. Hang on, let me get the other one. Give me a second. Oh, somebody call in? Who called? Somebody called. Mr. Call. Let me get you on the phone here. Sometimes I don't see when the calls come in, so give me a second. Let me get you back in. I'm going to call you back. Okay. All right, I'm calling you back. I'm not going to say what number it came from, but I'll tell you what number it's coming from. All right, it's coming from a 916, man. Coming through.
The subscriber you are trying to reach is not available.
Guess they didn't want to talk. Okay. Didn't want to talk. Okay, here's the petition. Where David, and I was talking to Chris Com about this earlier. He's all, man, that'd be so fucking raw if David like put you on the stand. I was like, yeah, it would, dude. It would be the dumbest thing he would do. Hey, doing good, 9V. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Trump only pardons black billionaires. He ain't that. No, definitely not that. Definitely not that. Somebody called, man. He didn't want to call. Stand by. See if we can get him on the phone. Oh yeah, look at 9V. Look at this shit. Look, they're legit asking for fucking. They want a pardon. They're doing a petition. Oh, they've been persecuted. The church has been persecuted. The fuck out of here. No, you haven't. You got caught fucking laundering money. Yeah, they're legit doing a petition though. One of the survivors said, I'm talking to him. They're like, hey man, check this shit out. I was like, get the fuck out of here. The issue, dear President Trump. It'll never happen. Never happen. David getting a pardon? Nah. 8% say yeah. 92% say no. All you cult members out there that think David's going to get a pardon. Yeah, this is from the cult, bro. Yeah, Kid Frost, this is from the cult, brother. Mm-hmm. Yeah, here it is. Look. Presidential action. Presidential action. I would love to hear that jailhouse phone call of David telling his cult members to do a fucking petition to get presidential action taken against it. Give him a year per pound, Manny. They're all, you know what? Let's just go ahead and give this guy about a year per pound. I think that's fair. Pound of flesh, a pound of time. Yeah, me too. But this shit, again, it just proves how weak their defense is at this point. It really does. I know, but he also says, I also sent him $10,000. I sent him $10,000, okay? David could request a pardon all he wants, but he's got to admit guilt, and he actually has to serve some time first. In a world where David gets pardoned, I lose all hope for fucking humanity at that point. Yep. I don't know. I'd probably go egg his fucking church or something. I don't know. Go egg his fucking church. I'd go toilet paper his church on a nice wet night. On a nice, like, dewy night, I'd go fucking toilet paper his church. I am, Javi. I am. Yes, I am, Miyakwako. But yeah, people are signing this stupid fucking petition. Yeah. Yeah. I'd probably do something like really fucking childish, Eli. I'd probably send David that box of shit that I've always been wanting to send him. You know, the poop senders. It does, right, Alchemist? It screams fucking desperate. It screams fucking desperation. It screams desperation because... Look, right here. This is why. This is why. Okay, you guys want to know why? Check this out. Check this out real quick, okay? Okay, right here. Right here. See this? This whole line, basically. They're saying me and Rick have been involved for over 10 fucking years, okay? Go ahead, I'd love to take this down on that and fucking tell them that we're not. But the prosecutor, the defense, the defense just barely got handed the government's evidence from the initial bust. They don't have the cell phones yet. They don't have all that other shit, right? That David was fucking caught with. There's not many. There isn't any Jezebel. There's not any recent courts. This was one of the last ones for David's detention to be reconsidered. But the defense just got handed all the evidence, so they're shitting their fucking pants right now. I know they are. It just says right here. And while the defendant and the church have long been aware of these two individuals, which is me and Rick, the identity of recently disclosed of group of 8 victims was just made known and shared last week. So last week, 11/4. So let's see, 11/4 would have been what? Fucking like 10/28 or some shit like that. 10/26, 27. So thank you. We hear you. Where's that here? Yeah. Okay. So now that the deposition, or now that the defense has the evidence, they're like, "Fuck, man." So somehow, David's. Oh, you are? Okay. I got shit, bro. I got you. Dude, I got you on my. Was that you that was calling, bro? Dude, you got my phone number, brother. You could just call me, big dog. Shit. I got your number, pimp. Hang on. I got you. Oh, hang on. Let me get you back on the Bluetooth here.
Two.
Got you, bro.
At any time, you may press star to join the call.
Oh, hang on. Let me get you back.
Hold on, bro. Wes, I got your number, bro. I'll just call you. Hang on. Hold up, big dog. Let me just call you on my phone, dude. No. Just call you, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I got you, bro. How you doing, man? It's good to talk to you.
Bro, doing good, man. I was going to call you today. And I was like, he's probably working. Yeah, I wasn't sure if I should call your normal phone number, if I need to call this one.
Nah, dude, you can call my home phone, bro.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Oh, number one, I want to say I am super stoked that the channel is back up.
Me too. Dude, fuck.
That's some bull.
Yeah.
Total bull, man.
Yeah. Yeah. YouTube realized they messed up, though, I think. They're like, yeah, we can't do it. We got to give these channels.
Yeah, and that's a good thing.
Yeah.
I wanted to comment on what you said about him thinking he's an apostle. The thing is David hasn't read enough of the Bible to realize that every first century apostle was crucified, beheaded, something,
Real horrible, like, right?
They may have gotten out once or twice, but ultimately, like, it ended bad for them. So number one, why would anybody want to call themselves an apostle? That life is not easy. But yeah, he's too narcissistic, man, to not want to take the stand. You know what I mean? You're exactly right. He thinks I get in here and I get off and I can say, well, God delivered me like he did Paul,
Yep. That's what I think, bro.
Yeah, he's in for awakening.
Yeah, I think he wants to take the stand. I do. His ego's so fucking big that he wants to take the stand. He's like, oh, I'm going to tell everybody what really happened here. Point the finger.
Well, what he doesn't realize is all of those people are smarter than him, and all they're going to do is end up catching him in a lie, perjuring himself, and he's just going to make it worse for himself. So I want him to take a stand. I want to see the circus, honestly. But
I pray he takes the stand, bro.
Yeah,
I do.
If he's smart, he'll take a plea deal, be out in 3 to 5.
I pray to God that David's ego doesn't shut up and lets him take the stand, and he takes the stand and just gets fucking 20 stacked, like 40 stacked,
Well, I mean, we saw it in the deposition. He couldn't keep his mouth shut then.
No.
I mean,
and that,
if he had been smart and just answered plainly and slowly and without a lot of information, they probably would have never looked into it further, But he has to make himself larger than life.
And that's what I found out about all this. All these YouTubers out there claiming, oh, we started the investigation. No, the fucking government started their own investigation. The government.
I just think it's funny. I think it. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No. Go. No.
I was gonna say, I think it's funny that you got in his head so bad that the cult members are saying that they had meetings about you. That is amazing.
Yeah, and 3 years ago too.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's,
yeah. And I was trying to get.
That's amazing.
I was trying to get specifics about it too, like exactly when, and they said about 3 years ago. About 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Mm-hmm. They're like, yeah.
That's crazy that he let one person just. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, it's not like you've got 1 million followers or. You know what I mean? But that's the power of somebody who's persistent and on the right side, right?
That's what I mean. It's like whatever David thought we were motivated by, he was totally fucking wrong.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's and the other thing is the beautiful thing, of course, with all of these other idiot pastors who are SAing children and abusing people and things like that, it's just going to open up so much for these other frauds, and the thing about it is the Catherine Cricks and the Kenneth Copelands and those people really need to take notice,
They better. They better.
Because it's not going to stop. If he's found guilty, it's not going to stop. No. They're going to start looking into all of these people, and
now, because now,
and I think it should.
Now they have a framework of how to look at these scamming fucking churches, man.
Yep.
They do.
Yep.
I think they have several now with the several cults we saw get busted within the last couple months. There were several cults that got nailed. I think the feds are paying close attention to this now because $86 billion being embezzled by religious leaders. Yeah. I'd say that's a pretty big fucking number for the government to pay attention to.
Well, I look at Paula White being Trump's advisor, and whether you like Trump or dislike Trump, that's neither here nor there. But that's a strategic move on her part, right? And I think all of these other name it and claim it ministers like that who try to get into Trump's pocket see it as a big donation for their church.
Yep.
and also somebody on their side if they're ever investigated.
Yep.
You know?
Exactly.
And, exactly what it is, you know. And
I agree.
And me being Christian, right? Like I go to church every Sunday, and I believe people should go to church. I believe in Christ. If you don't, that's up to you, you know. But I don't believe that what these people are doing are right in any kind of way, and I don't think God's happy about it, you know.
I don't either. That's what I was telling these survivors today. Like the fact that we brought down this cult without firing a shot, literally, there was not one shot fucking fired.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Yeah, dude. It is.
So, but yeah, I just wanted to jump on and say good work, you know.
And what do you think this is going to open up for these other scammers, in your opinion?
You know, bro, I hope and I pray that the government does pay attention, right? I hope that they do see that the church for a long time, I mean, even back in medieval times, right? The church has been a front for a lot of things that are bad, and they do it in the name of Jesus, right? Even with the old keys of come to Christianity or you die, you know. So it's not something that's new. And again, for those of you who aren't Christian, not trying to offend anybody or make anybody mad, but hear me out. In my opinion, that's Satan's ploy, right? Destroy the church, destroy the bride of Christ.
From the inside out.
And we as people, have allowed it. So I think with as many people just this year, right, just the last 12 months that have been found in some sort of scandal within the church, I think it makes the government take notice, and I think that it'll be done low key, and then all of a sudden a bomb will be dropped, and you'll see them in the headlines, right?
Like with David.
You know, yep. You know, I don't know if Crick is at that level monetarily yet, but when you start hitting 50 million, you know,
they pay attention.
To me, that's and she's doing dumb things too, right? You go buy $1 million house, but claiming $40,000 on your taxes, like that doesn't make sense.
No, she's renting $10,000 a month, bro.
Yeah. Which is crazy, right? I mean, and again, not to brag, right, Rich, but you've seen my house, right?
Yep.
I've showed you pictures of my house. My mortgage is not that much. You know, my mortgage, not my rent, my mortgage, and that shows you how stupid she is, right? For the money that you're paying right there, you could own that house in 15 years. You know, you could own it,
bro. Dude, what she's
or
paying,
live in it for 5 and make a lick of money. You know,
what she's paying in rent, dude, for that year, I could pay off my fucking house, dude. It's fucking insane, bro. Like the money these people are paying, it's insanity.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing. Her credit's not strong enough, right?
No,
so I'm sure what she's done is she's gone in some way, and it's either strong enough to be able to rent, or she's gone in and tied it into some sort of parsonage, and the church is backing it, even though it's in her name.
Yeah.
She's, you know, hey, the ministry's in my name, blah, 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 but the ministry pays for it. She's not doing that on her own. So, you know, that within itself is fraud, you know.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not against pastors making a good living, right?
Me either.
But to me, no pastor needs to make more than 6 figures a year.
Do it honestly.
Like,
if you're gonna do it, dude, do it fucking honestly. Like work for it. Jesus Christ, man.
Yeah.
Go out and cut dirt like everybody else.
That's right. And, you know, and again, if you want to pastor a church and the church pay you 50, 60 grand a year to do that, and you're going to see people and you're feeding people and you're at the hospital and you're doing the things that you're supposed to be doing, that's fine.
Absolutely.
Anything beyond that, though, should be by the sweat of your own brow and by your hand. And I can tell you, you know, being in ministry full time for 10 years myself, it's a 24-hour job if you're doing it right. Like your phone never stops ringing. But it's not backbreaking labor.
No.
You know?
Like we've had conversations, brother, and you always tell me, like, if you're going to be a pastor, and I wholeheartedly agree with this, you should spend at least 40 hours writing your sermon for Sunday.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
At least half that time for sure.
Yeah. And that's on average, you know. I mean, that's just kind of the average thing I was taught was you know, one sermon a week should take 40 hours. So if that's the case, you're preaching 2 to 3 times a week. You know what I mean? Like you probably don't have a whole lot of time to do anything else other than ministerial and church work, right?
Yeah.
But and depending on where you live, you know, I say 50, 60 grand a year. I live in the South, so it's not like, I mean, that's decent money here, you know. But if you want to write books or you want to write music and songs and sell those, that's fine. even if you wanna evangelize and people pay you to come preach a night at their church or something like that, I don't have a problem with that. Where I have a problem is I can't come preach at your church for less than $10,000. You know.
Yeah.
Um,
That's
I
Catherine
don't
too.
think there should ever be. Yeah, if you want me to come, you pray about it and you give me what you feel the Lord laid on your heart, and I'll come. And if it's nothing, I'll still come.
Yeah.
That was always my mentality. Is if the Lord wants me to do this, He'll provide a way for me to do it.
Yeah.
And it won't take away from me, it won't take away from my family, and it won't take away from the church.
Yeah.
But again, Western Christianity, right, is jacked up, and honestly, we're on the hook for everything that's going on in Africa, in my opinion.
Oh, what's going on? I don't even like to
we're
talk
the
about
ones
it.
that have,
Yeah. Like
yeah,
Christians
we're
out
the
there.
ones that's taught Jordan how to do what he does.
Hey, just real quick. That shit that's going on over in fucking Africa and shit where Christians are really getting their heads cut off, that's fucking real persecution, okay?
Yeah.
That's real fucking persecution. Don't
100%.
Yeah, don't sit here, oh, David's in jail, he's getting persecuted. Hey, let's send him over to fucking Africa.
100%.
Talk about real fucking persecution. People are literally getting their fucking heads cut off because they're Christian. Beheaded. They don't care.
Well, you take the recent rapture scare, right, back in September or whenever it was, October.
People
and
were
those
selling
people,
their houses.
yeah, and that's in America. I mean, you see people in Africa walking for days to a mountain where some minister says that it's going to happen, and then he comes back and says, well, the Lord changed his mind. Well, we know according to Scripture that the Lord doesn't change his mind. He's the same yesterday, today, and forever. If he said it, it is what it is, right?
Yeah.
Every one of those people should go to that minister and say, hey, you are no longer the pastor of this church. You're exiled. Sit down. You can be a part of the church, but you're a church member. There needs to be some accountability, and that's the problem. Nobody, touch not thy anointed. Everybody wants to take that scripture where David says that about Saul, and that's not the case of what's meant there. David is not saying that I shouldn't remove Saul from the throne. What David is saying is God hasn't said it's time for me to do that yet. And it's absolutely crazy that we have that mentality in America, number one, and then we pushed it into these other countries in the name of spreading the gospel. It's a false gospel, and the Bible strictly warns against teaching of a false gospel. And the thing that's for me, like, I'm very careful about what I say the Lord said. I can say anything, but if God's real, like I believe He is, and I stand before God, I'm going to be held accountable for every person that I let astray. And it's just mind blowing to me how these people that call themselves men and women of God are just so frivolous.
Yeah, they don't care.
Say to people,
It's like they just
no fear.
Yeah, they throw God around like it's no big fucking deal, and like what they're really doing to people.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the survivors I'm talking to from David's cult, you guys, there is serious depression, anxiety, fucking certain types of withdrawals. You guys, this isn't like some people thought David was a fucking reality show, man. People thought this was like a reality show, and yes, it was in a sense, but behind all this, man, people were really getting hurt, dude.
The Iron Price, I'm really not smart, man.
No, he is Iron Price. No,
28 years to learn this.
no, this is the big
it's homie. Taking me 28 years to learn this.
Yeah, this is the big homie Iron Price. This is my homie right here. This is Wes from Among the Ashes, man. Oh, is that you that called Gamer Boy?
Jordan.
Hold on. I'm going to hell. Are you going to drive the bus if I'm going to hell, Gamer Boy? That was you that just called, and I called back, and he said, fuck you, didn't you? Huh?
Tell him you'll save him a seat, Rich.
I'll save you a seat, man. All right? I'll save you a seat. We can go together. Yeah, the petition's a joke. And what do you think of the petition, bro? Like, what do you think of David asking for?
No, I haven't read through it, but it's absolutely, it doesn't surprise me. No. That's the thing. Like, I am not surprised by it at all. I need to read through it.
It's ridiculous.
But yeah, it's a joke. It's a joke, man. Like, and I put it in the comments earlier. If that's the case, if he is pardoned, then you need to take every other trafficker of human beings and pardon them as well.
Absolutely,
because he's just as guilty as they are.
Yep, you might as well pardon.
Just as guilty as they are.
Might as well walk in and fucking give Ghislaine Brennan the keys to her fucking cell. Hey, go ahead, fucking see you, Ghislaine. Have a nice life. Because
yeah, it's a joke.
Like the reason that we have these laws is for deterrent and to prevent. if we're not holding people accountable to the law, why do we have the laws? They're gonna start fucking pardoning people.
Let me address something real quick. Anti-religious grooming 666. So it's two parts. So hear me out before you throw the baby out with the bathwater. Number one, I think it's ridiculous that somebody calls around and does that and puts it on the internet without context, right? I do know a lot of churches have protocols and things like that they have to go through because unfortunately there is a lot of scamming that goes on.
Fuck yeah.
But here comes the but. But at that point in time, it shouldn't matter what the protocol is. You should just say, as a human being, you should just say whether the church would do it or not. Yeah, where can I meet you? It is deplorable to hear them do that, but chances are you've got a secretary who answers the phone who's been told how to handle things like that. And unfortunately, the church gets it wrong, and you've got human beings involved who make mistakes and make bad judgment calls. But yeah, I'm not trying to justify it in any kind of way. It is absolutely deplorable. And to me, any person that picked up that phone should have absolutely said, where can I meet you? Or what's your Cash App or Venmo, anything like that. So, in my mind, the church should do that. And it doesn't matter what the other person on the other end is doing with the money or the food in my mind. If that's on you, if you need $20, you need $20. I don't care. I'd rather you tell me the truth and I'm going to go buy alcohol with it, whatever. But it's not my place to judge what you do with what I give you. It is my place to take care of those who are less fortunate, according to what Christ says. And if we're following Jesus, he says, love God, love your neighbor, and make disciples of all nations. So in order to do that, if you're truly loving God, you're truly loving your neighbor. And if you're truly loving your neighbor, you're truly going to set an example of what Jesus was and make those disciples. So probably a long way around to say I totally disagree with it, and I think it's absolutely ridiculous.
Cool. Thanks. I appreciate you. Thanks, 666, and thanks for answering Among the Ashes. Yeah, and that's you guys, that's why I'm so fucking happy about this community. Like, we can have open conversations about this, and this is tough shit to talk about. Religion, abuse, religion with abuse, sexual abuse, financial crimes. Like, what the fuck? These are tough conversations, man. I'm so glad we can carry on as adults, man. And that's what some of these other religious channels don't understand is like, we're talking about the tough conversations y'all don't want to fucking have. Because you're like, oh, we don't want to talk about that because it's just too sensitive. No, fuck that. Have the conversation.
Well, we as human beings want to be divided, right? But here's the thing. You can worship Satan. I don't care. We can still have a conversation.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, even though we're on opposite sides, we can have a conversation and be civil. We don't have to agree.
Yep.
And that's the thing. It's our need to be right. And that's David's problem, right? His need to be right is the issue. He has to be the one who has the last say in things. And sometimes it's okay to be wrong. Sometimes it's okay to disagree, agree to disagree and just move on. That's the problem. And that's what I love about this right here. I can come in here as a Christian with a room full of people that aren't, and I don't get offended if you're not, you know what I mean? But we've got to get to a place where we just come back and just be willing to make friends with whoever, It doesn't matter your skin color, doesn't matter your religion. We're all people,
Yep.
Oh, it surprised me too, anti-religious grooming. It surprised me too that so many turned it away. It's disheartening. 100% it's disheartening. Absolutely. We're not on separate pages on this. I just wanted to state, the church has a position, right? They have a position and a way to do things, but the church spends so much frivolous money on stupid things like lobster and crab claws and crab legs, you know what I mean? Stupid, frivolous money, but someone who may generally be in need, genuinely have a need, they just push them aside,
And you know what's fucked up about this is David has literally having people given over their fucking nest eggs. Shit that takes an entire fucking career to build up, and he's like, here, take all my fucking money. This guy's really great. I'm gonna get more money now.
Yeah. And the problem, Andre Flo asked a question there, what happens to those victims? How are they going to move on? The problem is if he gets locked up, unfortunately, if they don't get some help, and barring God intervening, right, seeking God and asking God to help, they're just going to find somebody else that's going to scam them because they're brainwashed. They're brainwashed into thinking that God works off of a reward system, and he doesn't. You know, he doesn't, and that's what these pastors have created is God is a genie in a bottle to be wished upon, and when we wish upon him and we do the right things, if we're good, he'll bless us, right? And that's just not the case. It's not the case at all.
Yeah. Yep. David's money.
So
David's goal is more money. Yeah, that was David's fucking motto in life.
Yeah.
More money.
Hey, more money, more problems, right?
Yep. No, Iron Price.
It shows that he doesn't.
I know for a fact their families just want them home, dude. Families want them home. All of them.
And I hope they wake up and go home. You know,
I do too.
And find the love that they're seeking. You know.
I do too. I do too, because one thing I've found out from all these families is they miss you guys.
100%.
They miss you
if
guys.
You're listening, if you're listening, talk to your family.
Go home.
You know, you don't have to change your mind on who you think David is, right? But this is imploding from the inside out. And if you think God is in this and God is behind this, as far as David being on the right side, I would do some really hard praying and really seeking God for guidance open-mindedly and Matt Moore,
yeah.
And call your family. Go see your family. You know, let them know you're okay, and seek some help in it. You know what I mean? Because unfortunately, the problem is they'll just find another minister who's willing to scam them because they think that's how God works. You got to have the man or woman of God to lead you and guide you. No, read your Bible.
Yep.
You know, read your Bible. Seek God for yourself.
You're right, Leanne. He isolated them from the family because you know what family members do? They instill those morals in you. They teach you how to think. Your family members, your loved ones who care for you. Those are the people that put those morals in you. And David, he isolated them because their families are a threat to David.
Well, and you know, Rich, you saying that's mind-blowing to me because that's one thing that Christianity teaches is that God unifies and the enemy or Satan isolates, you know, and to do that, I know there's the scripture where God says, or where Jesus says, hey, if you love me, you'll hate your mother and father and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. But what he's saying is you're willing to love me in spite of what they think. He's not saying that you're going to leave, that you should leave them and that you should walk away from them and have nothing to do with them and follow me only. What he's saying is whenever they tell you this is false, you need to believe in me, you know, and pastors use that so wrongly, in my opinion. They use that theology and twist it so easily just to get what they want. It's a manipulation tactic.
Yeah, see, that's David. David was the master manipulator, though, man. He really was. He really was. Like the lengths that
and he knows that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's going to try to use that on stand, and that's what I was going to say a while ago. He thinks he's such a good manipulator that he's going to be able to manipulate the entire court system. All of those people who are way smarter than him, who have degrees in psychology and sees a manipulating person a mile away.
Mm-hmm.
That narcissistic mentality, man, is crazy. You'll trip them up every time if you give them enough rope. You know, give them enough rope, they'll tell on themselves quickly.
And David will tell on himself right when he fucking takes his stand and raises his right hand. You take the truth, tell the truth. He's gonna fucking lie on the stand. Lie on the stand.
They'll catch him in it for sure.
Oh yeah.
What? I'm gonna ask this question and get out of here. Have you heard anything on Michelle? I know she got out, right?
Yeah, she's got some court dates coming up. I found out through some more than 100% reliable sources that she violated her bond.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice.
I don't know when it's going to come up.
Hopefully they can catch her.
Yeah, they're going to catch her. And when I found out, she was doing it on Facebook. So I'm pretty sure they're going to fucking catch her some way, somehow. But yeah.
See, again, that's that narcissistic mentality, right?
Exactly.
That I'm smarter than you mentality.
Yes.
You know, you're too dumb to stay off Facebook. Like, come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on.
Just don't do it. Like, she's already on an ankle monitor, and it's like you're going to go on Facebook and fucking do what exactly the judge said don't do, which is contact the cult. whether directly or indirectly through first, second, or third parties.
Yeah, you're above the law. Yeah.
Michelle's above the law.
That's and again, she's been manipulated, right? And she's been twisted. But I think she's probably the one person that couldn't be fully manipulated by David. And I think that there's something there that, I mean, your classic Ahab Jezebel right there, right? She kind of ran him, but yet he was in control.
Yeah.
Something about her, maybe, blonde hair, blue eyed, white girl, I don't know, there's a reason why he let her in and let her close, but it's because they think just alike. And ultimately, I think ultimately she would roll on him if it meant she got to be in charge and got to be in control. And I think that's where she thinks that, hey, if he goes away, I will be the leader of the church.
Yeah. But no, everything's going to get
she's too dumb to see.
Well, that too, and everything's going to get rug swept again. They're going to take all the properties if he gets convicted.
Yep.
They're going to be like, no, properties are now ours. Good luck, Michelle. Have a nice fucking life.
Yeah.
No money, no bank accounts.
And it's clear she has no money, which, I mean, I don't know. Maybe she was smart enough not to use any of her quote unquote money for bail, right?
Yeah.
That way they don't think she has any money. But truthfully, I doubt they do. They're probably broke, broke and busted. Everything they had's tied up in cars and four-wheelers and, ATVs and all that garbage that they felt like they needed for whatever lifestyle they wanted to live. But they're blind. He did make her a lot of money, but I think she thinks eventually, she thought eventually David would pass and she would be able to take it over.
I know.
Or he would get locked away and she would be the innocent one,
Yeah, I agree with that. Hey, Extreme. She looks like Sylvester Stallone now, bro. I don't know if you would want to.
100%.
I don't know if you want to take that bet, brother. You tell me. She looks
100%
like
she does.
That's lie. All right. Adrian.
Yeah. She's rough, bro.
Yeah.
She's rough.
Yeah.
All right, man. I'll get off your stream and let somebody else chat.
Hey, man.
Thanks for jump on today. I love you, man.
Love you too, bro.
Keep
Thanks
it
for
up.
calling, man. Appreciate you.
Yeah, man. I'll holler at you.
All right, brother. Be good, man.
See you guys.
All right, bye. All right, that's Among the Ashes, y'all. He's in the chat quite often too, man. Y'all go check his channel out. Check out Uncle Jake too. Go give them some love and show me some love, motherfucker. Show me some love. Dude, look like a lady. Yeah, she look hard. She look hard. Oh, back 10 years ago? Oh, yeah. Dude, 10, 12 years ago, dude, Michelle was a dime piece, bro. Like 10, 20 years ago, Michelle was a dime piece, bro. Michelle could have had any man in her fucking life, but she blew that too. But here's the thing, Michelle, you guys, Michelle was the one with all the scams. And I'm talking like, people are blown away that Michelle has all the scams, but she's a fucking scammer. That's all she knows. No, Kirsten Jones isn't in charge. Kathleen is. Kathleen's going to be the one in charge. Kia? No. I don't think Kia's going to be in charge. Dude, she's mentioned in some of the court documents, man. And by the way, if anybody's just tuning in about this petition, it's a petition, and David he's pretty much requesting a pardon from the fucking president. Hey, let's see if I can call this fucking guy back here. Let's take a peek here. Hang on, let's see if I can call this guy back. He probably won't answer.
The number you are trying to reach is no longer in service.
It's a spoof number. It's a spoof number. Some dude it was one of the cult members watching the channel. They make up these fucking spoof numbers because they're too fucking pussy whipped to call, or fucking too dick whipped on David to call. These guys don't get laid in that cult, so yeah. That's what I'm thinking, Kevin G. He already requested something like this. He's all, fuck, my goose is cooked. He's all, it probably was. It probably was Michelle, that filthy little fucking tramp. Yeah. Kevin, it says right here, dude. I'm pointing up because this is where my desktop is for the fucking screen. But anyways, right here, they just got the evidence not long ago. They just got the evidence, and the prosecution, the defense is like, dude, just take the fucking deal. Take the fucking deal they're giving you because you're going to do all this time. Yeah, cult members, why are you scared? Why are you scared? They called. I called them back. Then I asked them if someone texted, and they said, fuck you. Owie, that hurt. Ow. Yeah, they want to do a petition. And Kevin hit it on the spot. Kevin knows what's up. He's like, dude, if he's already doing this, they fucking told him he's cooked. They told him he's cooked, for sure. You don't do a petition like this unless you're like, uh-oh. Like, uh-oh. They got all the evidence, and his lawyers probably told him, hey, dumb fuck, take the deal, okay? Don't take the stand, because if you do, you're gonna lose. He's like, no, fuck that. I'm taking the stand. You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about, okay? I'm in charge here, not you. I'm paying you. You listen to me. That's the deal David would get, clean underwear. He'd get a clean set of underwear every fucking night, right? He'd get a clean set of fucking shitty underwear every night. He's like, I don't want to wear these. He has no chance after seeing Discovery. Yeah, that's what I think. It's like they got Discovery. They got Discovery, and they're like, oh, shit, man. What's the deal? Dude, he's looking at like, if they run him consecutive, dude, he's looking at like 200 years. Would we know that? What is the deal? Well, he's got 10 charges, bro, and each charge carries a 20-year minimum. So do the math. Depending on what they charge him with. Let me go and bring up the indictment. Let me go ahead and bring it up here. We'll check it out. Let's see here. Dude, this guy called like 20 fucking times. What a pussy. You won't even pick up the phone now. I'm going to fucking block you now. Come on, dude, call back. Don't be scared. Dude, my face is right here. I would love for you to call up and cuss me out. I really would. Make my day. Make my day. Okay. Yeah, here's the detention shit right here. Okay. It's probably one of the cult members fucking wanting me to shut the fucking shit down. They don't like when we bring up all the court costs and shit. Okay. Okay, so just real quick. Forced labor. All right, I've already looked it up online. Forced labor is considered a violent crime in and of itself, okay? Oh. Well, since you asked. Check this out. We got something for you. Extreme 50. Hang on, check this. Dude, he's looking at a lot of time. I know, fuck, let him out. Shit, maybe should own some daycare centers.
The Ridge Wallet. Hey, I'm Daniel, one of the founders of Ridge.
560 United States of America versus David Taylor.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Sarah Cohen appearing on behalf of the United States.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Scott Rosenblum appearing for Pastor David Taylor.
Okay, good afternoon. Mr. Taylor, can you please approach and state your name for the record?
What I like about this, too, is you can hear his ass is fucking shackled. They don't need to shackle him because he ain't going to run anywhere, but you could hear the shackles when he gets up.
Can you please approach and state your name for the record?
David Taylor.
Okay, thank you.
My name is David Taylor.
Today is the date set and time for an arraignment and a detention hearing. Let's do the arraignment first. Mr. Taylor, did you get a copy of the indictment?
Yes.
Okay, you need to speak in the microphone.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Okay. I do have in front of me an acknowledgement, and it's signed by you and your lawyer. Is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And this document states what you have been charged with and the maximum penalties you could face if you are convicted or plead guilty. You've been charged in this indictment with count 1, conspiracy to commit forced labor in violation of 18 U.S.C. section 1594. That carries a potential maximum penalty of 20 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $250,000. Counts 2 through 9 charge you with a violation of 18 U.S.C. section 1589, which is forced labor. Each of those counts carries a potential maximum penalty of 20 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $250,000 on each count. You've also
Right there. He's looking at, depending on whether they stack them or run them consecutive, he's looking at 20 concurrent or 40 consecutive.
being charged in count 10 of this indictment with conspiracy to commit money laundering in violation of 18 U.S.C. section 1956. That also carries a potential maximum penalty of 20 years imprisonment, a fine of up to $500,000, or twice the value of the properties involved in the money laundering transactions. You also need to understand that the court could impose consecutive sentences if you are convicted of more than one count.
Bam, consecutive. All in all, he's looking at like 200 years, man. Yeah.
Mr. Taylor, do you understand?
He's all, hey, but I'm a very fucking frugal person, but except my hairline. No, he wouldn't survive the first 20.
Understand what you've been charged with in this indictment and the maximum penalties you could face?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are you ready to enter a plea?
Yes, Your Honor. We'll waive the formal reading of the indictment and enter a plea of not guilty to each count.
Okay. I will enter a plea of not guilty on each count, and the record will reflect that Mr. Taylor has now been arraigned on the indictment. So
what will Michelle end up with? Who knows? She violated her bond, so she might get fucking a lot of time. Let's be real clear here about something, AE. I think you're new to the channel. Dude, Michelle, she's a fuck up, dude. Let me tell you something. Michelle's a narcissist like David. She thinks rules don't apply to her, so she's going to say, fuck the judge. We knew as a community Michelle was going to get out and violate her fucking bond. Because she's fucking dumb, dude. She's stupid. She thinks these people legitimately think the rules do not apply to them. Even when a fucking federal judge says, do not contact these people. What did she do? She contacted the fucking cult like the judge told her not to. Michelle contacted the cult like the judge told her not to. Oh, it's guaranteed to piss the judge off too, because the judge is the one that gave her bond. Her own fucking trial judge, man. Her own trial judge gave her bond and said, I don't see a reason to keep her out. Michelle, Miss Brennan, you're not to have any contact with anybody from the cult. What does she do? Probably within that first week, contact somebody from the cult. Has somebody contact the cult for her.
The next matter is the detention hearing. And before the government starts its proffer, I just want to...
We may very well hear that within the next week or two, that they wouldn't arrested her and revoked her bond because she fucking violated it. Be patient, guys. This is... Michelle and David are fuck ups. Is she being violated? I don't know yet, Gators. I don't know yet. They gotta find Gators, the sources are very, very reliable. Very reliable. I wouldn't say it if these sources are legit, dude. I would not repeat it if I wasn't sure. But she violated her bond. Mm-hmm. She used Facebook to do it like a dumb fuck.
You put on the record that in advance of this, I've reviewed not only the indictment, but I've also reviewed the memorandum that the government filed in support of detention. I've also reviewed defendant's memorandum in opposition to detention that have been filed. as well as obviously the reports of pretrial services, both from this district and the one that was prepared in the district where he made his initial appearance. So just so you know what I have reviewed, and I am also familiar with the proceedings with the co-defendant. So go ahead.
Thank you, Your Honor. With that recognition by the court, the government's argument today and factual proffer will be limited. As the court is well aware, Taylor is charged with forced labor, and Congress requires a presumption of detention. This presumption reflects Congress's substantive judgment that particular classes of offenders should ordinarily be detained prior to trial, such as David Taylor.
Andre, that's what people have told me, like, Rich, you better be ready to go to trial. They told me that. They're like, Rich, just have a bag packed and just be ready to go. You're going to be last minute. That's what I keep getting told. If anything happens, it'll be last minute. You guys, this isn't, I want to be clear about this, all right?
Bingo.
Like on this judicial process, it's not a joke about like what we did on the channel. It's me going to court and testifying is a very serious process, and I'm going to take it serious. It's not about if the channel gets views, okay, cool, but I'm not going there for that. This is about spitting out the fucking truth and exposing David for what the fuck he was, man. I will. Oh, dude, I'll show up fucking sharp to court, dude. No, I'll show up fucking G-code, dude. They'll be like, God damn, this guy cleans up. Oh, okay. Well, welcome. Hey, Extreme, you're coming into the end where they got busted, dude. We've been on this shithead for 5 fucking years trying to get it brought down because we knew what he was doing. Oh, I'll be clean, dude. Trust me. Andrew Flo, they'll be like, hey, this isn't the guy we see on YouTube. Oh, dude, I'll be sharp as fuck, man. Nah, I know how to dress in court, dude. I can dress, dude. Yeah, I'll go GQ, dude. I will. I'll go full fucking GQ. Be like, God damn, Rich dresses up real nice. And it's not a joke. Going to court is not a joke. This is a very serious fucking process with this. This is very serious. Yeah, female prosecutors and female judge is David's worst nightmare. You're absolutely right. But this was just the magistrate, though, Kevin. Right? That was just the magistrate, but all the same. All the same. All the same. But he's got female prosecutors, and it's just as bad. I wished that David's judge would have been this judge right here.
It is the government's argument that the defendant will not meet its burden of production. However, if the court finds otherwise, the government's argument today will focus on 3142 factors, beginning with the nature and circumstances of the charged offenses.
Fucking ads. Come on, man.
According to the evidence presented to the grand jury and reviewed by this court, David Taylor was a self-proclaimed general of a very unusual and brutal regime. And he was, according to the evidence, a serial sadist. And that is no exaggeration. For 11 years...
No, he's got some hard-hitting lawyers, Extreme. No, he's got some heavy-hitting lawyers. But they're like tax specialists, bro. They're not cut out for this type of case, dude. This is a human trafficking and forced labor case.
In 4 states, over a decade, he terrorized and traumatized workers with violence, threats of violence, sleep deprivation, medical deprivation, and food deprivation. Contrary to the defense brief, victims and witnesses will testify that David Taylor, defendant number 2, Michelle Brannon, and others in the organization, including some who are sitting in the courtroom today, assaulted others in the organization, including, to date, at least 1 minor who has come forward. Specifically, witnesses thus far who have been willing to come forward have reported that approximately 10 members who have assaulted other people within the organization. Because of the nature of the public proceeding, the government is not going to identify those people at this time, but there are approximately 10, again, including some seated in this courtroom today. Victims and witnesses will also testify that they were deprived of food, sleep, and medical care. Their testimony is corroborated overwhelmingly by Taylor's orders and threats to his victims that have been documented. For the record, the government is going to place some of those threats directly from Taylor into the record, notably with the times. Beginning on just one at 12:26 a.m., Taylor texted an armor bearer. As the court knows, an armor bearer is Taylor's personal slave. He instructed the armor bearer as follows: "You'll have to raise $164,000 today." To clarify, the armor bearer was responsible for passing on that order to the workers. "Each hour you will fall behind, consequences will start. We will mess with the food. You will fast from the regular food or abstain for a while. Those who do not push in their calls individually and as a team with the right amount of people and closing numbers at 6 p.m., they don't eat dinner at all. They might get a snack before bed, but not much, and this regiment will go on every day for 21 days until they obey. Take away the food. Exclamation point, exclamation point. There will be other consequences. We must make them fast and pray." Another one at 3:55 a.m. Taylor texted the same armor bearer. "Those in the top 9 that don't do well will stay up and close and stay on top of the delinquents. Put the pressure on them for not having their time off. Nor food. They will fast." At 3:52 a.m. on another date, Taylor texted his armor bearer. "Let everyone know we have to raise at least $50,000 by 12 midnight if this happens. The top 9 and those who did well can rest, but the others who didn't will stay up until 4 a.m. and study notes, and they will wake up at 8 to 9. And if they don't do good the first 5 hours, they will not get lunch." On another date, 7:57 a.m., there is evidence of consequences when people are sleeping and are having a hard time waking up. He texts his armor bearer, "Pour water on everyone's faces that's halfway sleeping and not working. Wake them up now. My next level of judgment tomorrow is that it won't be just 4 a.m. It will be every hour you waste in the day will be added on past 4 a.m. In all capital letters, tell them all to stand now and you throw water on their faces." Later in the text, "You tell them I don't care about them being sick." On another date at 3:23 a.m., Taylor texted to his armor bearer, "I can't be kind to you letting you start later and sleep in. I can't be kind with none of you. You're all working until 4 a.m. Now, I don't care if you're tired. You've crossed the line. You're going to work all night and get up in the morning." In another text, Taylor texted a group of workers, "You're not going to bed tonight until you raise $33,000. And as the court knows, the $33,000 and all the other money that Taylor is insisting being raised is not for the benefit of the community. It is for the benefit of David Taylor and Michelle Brannon. On another date at 1:44 a.m., Taylor texted a group of workers in capital letters, point blank, "If you don't work, you can't eat." On another date, Taylor texted a group of workers, warning to the whole staff in capital letters, "If you don't work and learn closing like we told you, then you won't eat." There are more. They are in the brief, and there are more in evidence. In addition to the threats that are corroborated by victims and witnesses, FBI agents are now investigating even more disturbing evidence, in addition to the forced labor. There is evidence now that Taylor coerced some female workers into providing masturbation videos and sexually explicit photographs to Taylor. The female members who have disclosed, and there are more in evidence. In addition to the threats that are corroborated by victims and witnesses, FBI agents are now investigating even more disturbing evidence, in addition to the forced labor. There is evidence now that Taylor coerced some female workers into providing masturbation videos and sexually explicit photographs to Taylor. The female members who have disclosed this to the government to date explain that Taylor demanded this material, that they were fearful of disobeying him, and they felt they had no choice but to send Taylor what he demanded from them. In addition, minors have come forward to the FBI. They have been recently interviewed. They have corroborated the forced labor scheme, including physical assaults. They have reported their own psychological and physical abuse and their own trauma during their involvement in Taylor's organization.
By Mr. Taylor?
Yes.
Okay.
Or instructed by Mr. Taylor. The serious nature and circumstances of the charged forced labor, as well as the newly developing evidence, as well as the money laundering detailed in the government's brief, unquestionably weigh in favor of detention. Moving on to the weight of the evidence, the danger Taylor poses is particularly insidious. Congress, of course, recognized this danger in designating forced labor as a presumption of detention case. But there's more than just forced labor. Taylor faces a strong incentive to flee, particularly because of the sentencing guidelines and the statutory maximum penalty. Putting aside the 20-year maximum penalty for a moment, the government's initial estimated calculation for the forced labor charges is 151 to 188 months, and his guideline range for money laundering is similar, 151 to 188 months. It's important that...
Yeah, this prosecution team's pretty fucking pissed off at David. Yeah, he's pretty pissed. They're pretty pissed at him. Yeah, they know what he did. They know what he did wrong. That's why they're so pissed at him. And David, if they take this to court, it'll be the dumbest thing, man. It'll be the stupidest fucking idea.
We all understand that forced labor is not just about physical assaults and physical abuse. It is about the psychological trauma and coercion that occurs. And this was happening on a daily basis for over a decade. So to remove David Taylor from the organization is not enough. The fear persists for his victims, not just because he's physically removed. The psychological fear and the psychological trauma continues. The history and characteristics of the defendant. He has no employment outside KOGGC. He does not have significant family or community ties to this district. And while it is true that he has no prior criminal convictions, he has admitted publicly and in messages that he used to be a gangster in his teenage years, very bad in shootouts.
Looks like all that fucking thug life gangster talk came back around to bite him in the ass, didn't it?
Etc.
Dumb fuck.
So apparently, prior to this forced labor sinister organization that he decided to start, he was involved with violent behavior. And then it's important that the court recognizes that he doesn't have any criminal convictions because he was engaging in a criminal enterprise that was extraordinarily sealed for the past 12 years. In addition to the lack of legitimate ties to this district, the government's financial investigation, which importantly remains ongoing, establishes that Taylor has numerous sources of funds to flee, as detailed in our brief. In addition, the government has just recently learned that Taylor has another source of funds. So this is a source that is not identified in the government's brief. He has an additional cashback debit card account that currently has $12,195.10 in it. And he has an online savings account that has $130,910.23 in it. And that is as of today's date. If the court has any questions about access to funds or the seizure of funds, Adriana Didel, the chief of our office's money laundering and asset recovery unit, is here to answer the court's questions.
Okay.
The government also pointed out in its brief that the funds will continue to grow based upon the conduct of people in the courtroom because they are actively soliciting additional funds. And the manner in which they are doing it is quite frightening. For example, in a broadcast recently, members of the organization stated, quote, "We're in a war. We're in a war, and it's time for you to decide if you're a warrior or you're not." Moving on to the nature and seriousness of the danger to any person or the community. In addition to the intimidating forced labor conspiracy that is discussed in great detail in the government's brief.
Among the Ashes says, I love it when you call me Big Lobster. As a fucking tabernacle Tupac.
Alone makes him a danger to the community for several reasons. First, it is very apparent to investigators that Taylor has an excessive need for sexual gratification, and it will not be controlled with bond conditions. Because Taylor collected these sexually explicit materials electronically, this material may be in the possession of current members of the organization or former members, or may be stored by Taylor in unknown locations.
You guys want to know why David is truly fucked in all of this? Pardon, on what grounds? Persecution? Persecution? That's the grounds. Persecution. Yep, that's the thing. The Feather's still monitoring their fucking accounts. You can go out there and say dumb shit all the time. Let them keep fucking up. Yeah, David can't keep his pants on all right. Hey, Among the Ashes, bro. Hey, brother. Hey, bro, check this out. Where was that at? Right. Brother Wes. Right here, bro. Look at this. Thousands of pictures, bro. Debbie? Debbie who? Debbie Frazier? Show you. I think I probably have one of the only videos.
My name is Deborah Hoskins, and I want to share with you what took place in my life while I was married to Rick Allen Frazier. He has.
Okay, this is Debbie Frazier. Okay, this is Debbie Frazier. This is the woman that gave David all that fucking money. Everybody's like, "Who's Debbie Frazier?" Right here. This is Debbie Frazier. This is definitely a coach video. And she came out and said that Rick fucking like molested their own fucking kids, and that's not true. That is not true. But this is Debbie Frazier right here, bro. This is the woman that gave over that small fortune to David. Mm-hmm. That's her right there. No, she's not, bro. And that's not what this channel's about, Extreme. Yeah, that's not what this channel's about, bro. It's really not, dude. No, Debbie's fucking 60 plus woman, about 150 overweight. Now, if I could just get the money he owes us back, yeah. Yeah, you should. Dude, you should file a lien against him, Logan. File a lien against him, bro. No, file a lien against him. Put a mechanic lien on 15400 Tim Page. Put a mechanic lien on for however much they owe you. Dude, I would put a mechanic lien on it, brother. Throw a mechanic lien on that bitch. Put some interest on it and make them pay you. Do it, bro. Do it. Put a lien on her shit. So, dude, that's the first course of action. Put a lien on it. Fuck them. And it's good to see you, Logan. It's good to see you, bro. It is. Hey, you want to know something too, Logan? Hey, bro.
I don't even know who thought of getting me this, but it's genius. It's 2025.
Okay.
And it will not.
Logan, David is blaming everybody else for his problems, bro. Yeah, he can count out. He can fucking brag online how many times he saw Jesus, but he can't recount. Yeah, do a mechanic lien, bro. Fuck that. Throw a mechanic lien on their shit, dude. Do a high interest mechanic lien. Just let that interest start racking up, bro, dude. Fuck them. Fuck them. No, they owe you money, dude. They owe a lot of people money, bro. I don't know, Extreme. You welcome to the conversation, bro. I don't, dude. David had a harem of good-looking women. I will say that. Yep. Best advice: get a mechanics lien, dude, before the feds come and seize all of it. That way you get paid, dude. Because once dude, any money that is owed to people, you guys get paid first. The victims and the people that they owe money to, they're gonna pay everybody out. Nah, fuck that. I would do it tomorrow, bro. Call your lawyer and tell him to put a lien on it. Hey, put a lien on dude, put a lien. It's got to be equal amount, right? So you want it to be equal amount, but you could just put it on the property, dude. I mean, it wouldn't matter. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, of course he is. Then put a lien on it. No, Logan, if he's dodging you, put a lien on it, bro. Put a lien on it. I wouldn't even fucking try. Dude, no, fuck that. Hit him where it hurts. Money, bro. I emailed that lawyer today, and they're going to do some letters to some people. So they know. They know. Of course, Joseph is dodging you. He's dodging everybody right now. You know why, Logan? Because that little sack of shit is in trouble, and he knows it.
Be controlled with bond conditions.
Oh, dude, he owes you $6K. Logan, put a lien on it tomorrow, dog. I would. Don't wait. Don't waste any time. And I'd hit him with interest if you can. Put the lien on it and then hit him with interest, bro. Hit him where it hurts. Money, bro. $6K is a lot, dude. And they'll try to fuck you for that money too, bro. They will. They'll try to fuck you for that money. You work for a construction company for 12 years? Do it. Yeah, do it, Logan. Do it. Dude, this is the perfect time to do it. Nobody has access to the bank accounts. Nobody has access to the bank accounts. Tax season's coming up. Oh, dude, this would be the best time to do it, bro. They would, because then you know where Joseph is. You could fucking have the lawyer serve him. Yeah, do it, Logan. Hell yeah, bro. Dude, if I could put a lien on him, I would just to put a lien on him, but I can't. He doesn't owe me any money. But he is blaming us, Logan. Hey, he's gonna blame you putting a lien on everything on me and Rick Frazier. He will. Hey, Logan, if you put a lien on that shit, he's gonna blame me and Rick Frazier for it. Oh, man. Oh, yeah. Tax season's coming up. Do it, Logan. Because for real. Hey, dude. He's for real. Dude, for Dave, like, I don't even want money from David. Like, that was, I always said, man. Take the fish tank. Take the fish tank. You'd be like, hey, mind a couple fish that I killed too. Oh, man. Logan's like, I never killed any other fish. I would. Yeah, put a lien on them, Logan. Don't give these guys a fucking inch, bro. Dude, they've taken so much from people. Now is the time. Listen up. If there's anybody out there, yeah, that was a thing, right, Kevin G? All we ever asked for was a fucking mugshot. Yeah, the church is still active. The properties will eventually get seized. And where do they go afterwards? We don't know. The feds told them to go home and they handed them tickets like, here, go home. It was. You know, and I was talking to one of these survivors today about this, right? And we see this money that the churches are embezzling. 86 billion. I hope Cash App Patel saw that, like, go clean that shit up. I'd bet he'd be so mad, and I bet all the fucking prison inmates, like, I would just play the fucking Dookie Deacon on fucking replay. But yeah, you guys, all we ever asked for in this was a fucking mugshot and to right the wrong. And here's the thing I was thinking about today, right? I'm thinking about this. And I was talking with survivors, like, this is where my anxiety comes in. I don't know, Logan Worthington. I don't know, bro. Don't know. You guys, this was a multi-state raid, okay? All right, this was a multi-state raid. It's censored to an extent. Oh, okay, good. I hope he's watching then, that little fucking Dookie Deacon piece of shit. Hope he's sitting there and his little fucking cellies are watching and getting fucking just dogged on about being a fucking douchebag. Anyways, you guys, this was a multi-state raid, right? Not only that, like they put helicopters in the air. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some shit, dude. Like, it was a raid. Like, I know the feds had their own agenda with it. They did most of the work, I for sure, right? But we were in the back end telling, do your fucking job. We're going to help you. Here's the paperwork that we've been telling you guys. He's been doing this bullshit. Now do your fucking job, right? We filled out the forms like we were supposed to. And we just kept the pressure on the FBI. Say, hey, no, sir. Do your jobs. Keep going. This isn't like a game to us. This is serious shit, and we want you guys to do your job. It's very simple. We get the IRS involved, there's nothing they can do about it. And had David given money back, we wouldn't be having this conversation. So it's David's fault ultimately, but he's blaming everybody else for it.
Because Taylor collected these sexually explicit materials electronically, this material may be in the possession of current members of the organization or former members, or may be stored by Taylor in unknown locations.
That's what I'm thinking, Chris. Dude, I don't think the IRS really knew the extent of what was going on until we started sending them all the addresses. They're like, oh shit. Yeah, this is a problem. We need to get this guy. That's what I think sometimes too. And especially the emails. The emails were pretty abrasive, dude. The emails were pretty fucking abrasive, man. The emails. Right here, I'll show you. See this? That's me, bro. David thinks this is my fault. For real. And that I'm being assisted by a man named Rick Frazier. Okay. Debbie's ex-husband, who I just showed you, right? The wife. The ex-husband. Okay. This is a community project, though. No, it took everybody. The ex-husband, RF, which is Rick Frazier. Okay. I'm filling you in here, AE. Okay. My name's Rich Holmes. Okay. I went by the name Alex Stravanovich in the beginning until David fucking doxed me. So I just ran with it. Okay. David legitimately thinks this is my fault. Him being busted. And I just text with one of the survivors today. They're like, you've been in his head for several fucking years, man. No, they won't, Kim. No, the survivors of these organizations have to go forward themselves. The feds will never try to contact them. Nope. They have to go forward. They have to take that initiative to go forward. The feds will typically never reach out. Nope. Maybe my phone number came up on caller ID. Oh, no. Yeah, and he's blaming a channel that has just barely 6,000 subscribers. But he's this fucking great apostle who fucking talks to God, right? Yeah, dude. Ultimately, you want to know why, AE? Because we unfucked his scam, bro. We unfucked his scam. Now it's everybody else's fault. Yeah. Yeah. It is. And hey, among the ashes, you know what the survivors tell me? That's exactly why. Especially when it came down to about the women, about David being a fucking deviant. You guys, like, David fucking oozes deviance, man. It does. And that bothered him. And what bothered him most is that he couldn't control me. And I told that survivor that I was talking to today, I was like, because he's not a fucking Jedi. Like, he can't control a fucking Jedi mind. So now that he's fully exposed, right, A&E, this is all our fault, bro. But we took the bureaucratic route. I always said, how do you get to somebody like this? Money. They love fucking money. Okay, let's track his money. Let's see what he's doing with it. Dude, once we went down that rabbit hole, oh my God. We found money laundering on a massive fucking scale. Mortgage fraud, for sure. There's going to be some fucking bank fraud, for sure on that. Some wire fraud, for sure, dude. There's going to be misappropriation of church funds. There's going to be fucking forced labor. I for sure believe eventually human trafficking charges will be brought up in this case. I just don't know when, but I think maybe the feds are hanging on to that for fucking trial. Be like, nope, human trafficking. We're bringing up human trafficking charges now too. But after this trial, we're going to stack those charges on a separate case. So, But we're ultimately the reason for all of David's problems. Let's see here. Filter, visibility. Now, that I'll show a boy where David doxed me that one day.
I have watched God get people who fight Jesus. How you going to sit up? Well, I need to go get some better. I got to get advice. I don't know about David Taylor. I just saw this stuff on. You don't even know me. You won't even take time to get to know. And then some people do, and they've had visitations like that idiot Vicky Yowie.
I'm gonna do this part, and then we're gonna end it because I want to play some fucking Fortnite. There's a new game going.
Don't hear nothing from her no more, because just like God killed CL, he gonna kill that heifer too. That's right.
That's right.
The Bible calls peace and love.
That's where David doxed me.
But it's your choice. All I'm saying to you, I'm just trying to keep you from being doomed, because the Son of God has appeared to me. I already know what he's gonna do to you. You got this other idiot, this faggot named Rich Holmes. God's telling me to call that punk by name. He's up here speaking all this evil against us, against me on YouTube. You gonna die, Rich. God gonna kill you if you don't repent. Yeah, you'll be in a car accident somewhere. You just die. You listen, God will take your life in one day.
I really hope they play this for the fucking court right from the fucking get-go. I really do. Exhibit number 431, 5AC, Your Honor. Gonna go ahead and play this into the record, Your Honor.
You better repent. Remember, you're a chariot wheel under the Red Sea to me. A lot of people follow, just few people are so deceived. They following that faggot. And I know he's controlled by Rick Frazier. He's a faggot too. All these pedophiles and these homosexuals, this generation following these faggot men. See Rich Holmes, and I'm gonna say that's his real name. He called his name whatever, he got that fake name. His real name is Rich Holmes. God gonna get you, faggot.
Apparently God's gonna get me. Y'all have a good night. David is not gonna get pardoned. He's just grasping for straws. What straws are there? But his lawyers probably told him he's fucked. He's like, he probably made a jailhouse call. Hey, you guys go ahead and start a petition for the president to go ahead and pardon me. Y'all have a good night, man. I'll play some Fortnite. Deuces. Hit that like and subscribe. You got questions, comments, concerns. The number below, 314, you can hit me up. Just don't do it at crazy hours, okay? Like, let's keep the hours like simple, all right? Anybody's got questions, comments, leave a section below, man. Been great having you guys tonight, man. You too, Wes. Thanks for calling in, man. Appreciate